How might we replicate a weapon from Star Wars to benefit our armed forces? This is what I asked myself after extensive research and brainstorming on a topic I found was interesting: weapons. I learned how to use Google to my best ability whilst using it in a legal way. I used my technology to benefit my learning of Star Wars weapons by researching it multiple sources. I used Safari's features to use pictures from Star Wars legally. I implemented Google's technology and features into my design process to help me research for my topic. Google's technology assisted my brainstorming process. I could simply research anything I needed to grow my brainstorm for my project. Using Safari and Google's technology, I could identify new problems and create new solutions. All in all, Safari provided extensive knowledge to my designing process. I used my iPad's technology, and specifically a program called Tinkercad.com, to create a 3D model on a blaster that I could use for my project. Using Tinkercad, I solved the problem of what my blaster was going to look like by creating an imaginative solution. Well, that was just my 3D model. I used 3D model technology to solve problems and create imaginative solutions. In summary, I used a variety of technologies such as Safari, my iPad, and 3D modeling to identify and solve my problems. The technology even helped pose new problems and imaginative solutions to my project and brainstorming, and just my questions in general. I even used iMovie technology to create this mini movie. iMovie solved the problem of how to make this video. This movie explained how I've been an innovative designer and how I use technology to benefit my learning overall. My first attempt in learning. During this project, I failed in the form of creation. I failed through my decision making. I couldn't decide which blaster to create. I knew it had to be easy to fabricate, but also easy to modify, so I could modify it to benefit our armed forces. I identified my sources of feedback. I could ask the teacher or go to my friends and see what they think about my project. This segues us into my second fail. I didn't actually know how to create the blaster. I didn't know if I should create it out of cardboard or wood or whatever. I spent so much time thinking about it that I failed to create it in time to test it properly. Then I realized how I could create an appropriate test for my creation. I could create a weapon inside a 3D modeling software and test it in there too. I tested how it looked compared to the real thing and how easy it would be to create modifications to benefit our armed forces. I collected the data and evaluated it. I decided that it was a fail, so I abandoned that idea and created an entirely new blaster that was simpler and easier to modify to benefit our armed forces. Next, I went to my peers for feedback on both designs. Logan gave me great feedback. He said I could add a mounting point to the blaster to make it easier for the modifications to stay on. So I got back to 3D designing, and I added a mounting bracket for all my modifications. All in all, looking back, realizing and learning from my mistakes has helped me grow as a learner. It also helped me reiterate my creation to make it better. I leveraged the power of my iPad's technology to send and receive feedback through iMessage. I developed and employed a strategy to receive feedback and incorporate it into my project. I employed it through iMessage and incorporated the mounting point to my blaster.